It's not a yacht. That's a...
Ow!
There's the engine.
Not a...
What's up? I wanted to make a video, and it's kind of like a response video to the "We Found an Abandoned Yacht" video that I put up several months ago. Basically, there's a few questions on there that people commented, and I just want to give you guys a little more in-depth story about what actually happened and how we came across the abandoned yacht. So we sailed from Oceanside, California to Catalina Island. When we got to Catalina Island, we pulled up. You can actually get campgrounds on the beach, and we sailed up, and there was a bunch of us on the boat. So some of us were sleeping on the boat, some of us camping on the beach. And we saw the boat, the abandoned boat, washed up on shore. It's a big boat. I mean, obviously you can't miss it. We saw it coming for a while. And it was right where we were camping. It was right at our campsite. So we didn't really think anything of it. There was no other boats around at the time. We didn't know how long the boat had been there, who owned the boat, or anything. So we set up our camp on shore, and then we decided, hey, let's go check it out. So we went over. You can see in the video, I went with my girlfriend Ariel and our friend Lauren. We went to check it out. And this boat, you know, it was on its side like that. You can see the keel at the bottom. You know, the boat was on a massive lean. So we went in and we checked it out. And basically, I just wanted to respond to some of these comments here from here on with the story. But Mick's setup says it's a yacht, which we found out it's not a sailboat, it's a yacht. Some people have to be rescued at sea. They don't know where their yachts end up. You have to look at the stern back of the yacht. I know that the stern is the back of the yacht. There should be the name and a few other letters and numbers. In each state, most countries, there are your yachting or sailing federation or whatever may be called in their countries. All watercraft are registered, so give them more details, blah, 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 blah. This boat had nothing. It had no registration numbers. It had no name on it, and we couldn't find anything inside that had any information about who owned this boat or where the boat even came from. It was completely trashed. I mean, there was stuff everywhere. You can see in the video that there's, you know, stuff strewn across the floor. It was full of water. It stank. It was, you know, it was pretty nasty. So, yeah, I mean, there was nothing. There was nothing on the boat whatsoever that would indicate where the boat came from or who owned the boat. There was another question here from Michael Dawes. It says, so I'm very curious, as I'm sure many others are too, as to what happened before and after you posted this video. Well, before I posted this video, I just explained it. We found the boat, we checked it out. Basically, that's all we did. We just boarded it, filmed the video, had a look around, see if we could see anything that indicated who owned the boat or where the boat came from, but we couldn't find anything. So, and then he goes on to say, where was the yacht washed up? It was washed up at Catalina Island. Did you alert the authorities, and was there a response? So, no, we did not alert authorities, but that night we went to sleep. We woke up in the morning and there was a boat, like a yacht, parked next to ours. Ours is parked out here. Just this big old boat with two guys. And I mean, these guys were salty as all hell. They'd been on the ocean for years, you know, leather skin, beards and that. Like, anyway, there's a big dog on their boat, and they were flying a pirate flag. And we were like, what's up with that? I mean, are these guys here to pirate this boat or loot it? Or, like, we weren't really too sure. So one of the guys comes on his little dinghy, comes in, gets on the boat, starts doing something. We're just minding our own business, cooking breakfast, you know, just doing camp and stuff. And he walks over to us he comes over and he was just old, salty as sea dog. And we started talking to him, and he just wanted water. He was thirsty. He's like, he didn't have any water. So we gave him a big bottle of water, like 5 gallons of water, and said, here you go. And we started talking to him. We said, do you know anything about the boat? He said it was his boat. I mean, this could have been true, but more than likely, I don't think it was his boat. I think he was just trying to either claim the boat, salvage the boat, or salvage some of the items off the boat. The boat they were on was in a lot worse a condition than this boat that was washed up, and it didn't really connect that he was the actual owner of the boat. He was very vague and very hard to understand, and it just didn't seem like legit that it was his boat. So we don't know what really happened, if it was his boat or not. So we let him be. We went about and did our thing for the day. Came back that afternoon, went to sleep again in our tents, the boat's still there. We wake up in the morning to a massive barge, big engines on the back, and about 6 people on that boat, fluoro, and it was like I guess it was an environmental or something like that, maritime boat with a big pump on it, big pump boat, like a trash pump. It pulled up in front of the boat. They ran all their pipes in, began pumping, and the salty ass sea dog was on the boat when this was happening. He pops his head out of the boat, out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, these people must have been freaked out. They mustn't have known that anyone was on there. So he's popped out, and he basically just laid on the deck of the boat while they pumped all the old water and fuel and all that stuff out of the boat. And they were talking to him, and they were writing things down, but he wasn't really talking to him. You could tell that he was basically ignoring him. He wasn't really telling him any information or anything like that. So I don't know if it was his boat or not, or if he was just claiming it to be his boat, but the environmental maritime people, whoever they were, did their business and then basically just left. That was it. We didn't see them again. The guy was still on this boat. So, back to Michael Dawes' comment. The other comment asked whether there was a name. No, we've already gone through that. There was no name on this boat. So many questions, so few answers. Hope you guys receive some form of financial reward for your efforts, and for what it's worth, if you ever in the same position again, know that you may be entitled to claim some form of salvage or ownership of the yacht if it's been declared, abandoned. To be honest, this boat it costs more effort to fix this boat and get it off and redo the boat than it's actually worth. So if you have money or something like that, then claim it. Yeah, but for us it was more of just a exciting little event, while we were out there camping. So yeah, we still don't know whose boat it was, or if it was his boat or not. We were there for 3 nights, and when we left, the pirate salt dogs were actually the day we left, which was the following day after the environmental people came. He was gone, their boat was gone, and they were nowhere to be seen. So I don't know if they decided to bail out after the maritime people came, or they just decided to leave the boat. I'm not really sure. I don't know if the boat is still there. I have no further information. So basically, that's what really happened. I mean, we just turned up on a beach and there was a boat, and we checked it out, and there was no information. I mean, it was full of trash and junk, and it stank. I don't know how long it was there before we came. I don't know how long it was there after we left. Don't know if the old sea dog owned the boat or not, but basically that is the real story behind the abandoned yacht video. So I hope that clarifies some stuff for you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Peace.